What's going on? There's a few of you there throughout the interwebs. Thanks for joining in. Saturday morning. Well, still a few there. I like the people that can hang through the music. It shows. It's kind of an integrity test, you know. People come in, get the link because they can't stand the music for some reason. What is it? Is it not enough of a gay parade for you? That's what we're going to be going into a little bit today. Interesting enough with that song Cowbell. If you know the reference to that from the gold-plated diapers video, I think Will Ferrell is in that. A few others. Anyways, the more cowbell. Yeah, I think FCC and Vic should take the cowbell plunge. If you know what that means, it means they should go off themselves, in my opinion. Now, there's a big difference between in legalese, let's say, having your opinion and telling somebody they should go off themselves, and then suicide LARPing like Vic, Rodney Bowman had to do. And the way Eric Shilkerson had to do a suicide LARP for Mark Connors. Oh, you tune back in just right time. Past the music, right? Get the juicy good stuff that Cox is going to talk about today. Forego any of the good music, right? By the way, that was the March 4th marching band, the first two songs that I played. You can look them up. They're a pretty cool band out of Portland, Oregon. Actually got to work with them one time. That's not a gay parade. That's just music, just saying. That's what FCC and Vic had last night, their own little gay parade. Grooming their audience, like CP Ed Stairs used to do. They like to groom their audience. And then book burn and ban. Well, he isn't book burned yet. Mr. FCC. Another one hiding like Brandon in the background for some reason. That's what it seems like when you got somebody that likes to hide like that and then have a gay parade on their stream with Vic, the map, minor attracted person. Here, maybe we can go over here. Where is our text? Right there. A little ticker there. That's no shit. You want to fantasize about animals being in with your sexual fantasies there, Rodney Bowman. He wanted to catch one. It's always about, while he was visiting, was wanting to catch one of those javelina for some reason. He was really obsessed about it, but it wasn't to eat it either. Well, I mean, where I come from in native land and territory, you don't take what you don't eat. You want to take it, eat it. So adding in even the animals to do their, I just think it looks like a straight man shaming ritual to me. And then you got little shill bags that were part of the Predvidian. Well, it looks like they still are. The way they like to groom their audience. Huh, Missy? We're going to get into Missy a little bit more, too. She likes that gay parade shit and the straight man shaming rituals. And especially the video she has on her channel, which I found very interesting, that's titled Brandon with a W for a win, all being paneled up with Predward. You shitbags like FCC and Vic Rodney Bowman likes to keep your little shitbag CP suspect big guy going. Right? You love that gay shaming ritual. It's straight man shaming ritual. As a matter of fact, I got a date with a hottie tonight. You know, usually when I do a podcast like this, I'll get a little personal, maybe even doc some personal information. Oh my gosh. OMG. Let's just say with my birth sign, I'm kind of a hard guy to get along with because I'm not soft anywhere. You know, you ask some of these little shit bags. Here's two things: to smoke out a shill, or yes, Lisa Lake. And thanks for joining in, Lisa Lake. I really enjoy when you're here. Let's get that nasty ticker off of our screen now. Let's let it finish though. Yep. Animals, putting animals in with your sexual fantasy, gay, straight man shaming LARP to what? Try to get somebody to maybe shut up. Adding in animals. No wonder there's so much after the sheep, huh, Rodney? You like them sheep, don't you? You know, in Utah, they got this thing for sheep in the backwoods. And they had this joke where, for some reason, when you came across a cowboy that liked to tuck his pants into his boots, that meant he liked to put the rear end of the sheep hooves into the boots to hold them in place. Huh, Vic? Oh, I bet Vic just loved that right there. Good idea, Cox. Same. About as toothless as freaking Denise Mad Cow. You come around me and you got a LARP like you're straight by saying, oh, he loved his woman that died of AIDS. Oh, he just loves women, right? Then you go and you turn around and you become this little demonic piece of shit. I pretty much knew you were, but it kept on just putting you to the test to keep you pushed and pressed. To rule number 2 of business, do what you say you're gonna do. Think FCC can freaking can debate? No, he's gonna ban and censor like a little bitch. Wait till I find out what his name is. I'm gonna make a bunch of fun accounts. Soft doxing his first name like I did with Nettie. Gonna have fun. You like to lie about people, and I like to dig into people once you like to lie. Anyways, what you do, there's 2 things you do to shitbags in your now communities, right? Commie communities. It's been busted down to little pockets that are easier to monitor. You want to ask somebody like the rodent, right? Comes up into your little area. A couple little quick little integrity tests that you can do. Kind of like what I did to the rodent real quick. Figure out where he was at. I asked that rodent RSO piece of shit in Fort Collins, Colorado. I asked him, oh, you're not a pedo, huh? Oh, wow. Incredible. Good story. What would you do to help catch pedos then? Real quick like that. You got to lay it out. And watch for their reaction. Now I'm more of an audio guy. This was over the phone. Oh, yeah, tune out, right? Did that piss somebody off? You got to tune out. I just love it when the truth just strikes these little pieces of shit. And they, oh, I can't handle cocks anymore. But you can't guess what that rodent RSO piece of shit in Fort Collins did. And his response to, what would you do to help catch pedos? There's a lot of them out there. What do you think his response is? It was nothing. If I could get his facial bio on that, work up, have a camera in his face when he did that, I would have loved to seen the look on his face. Oh, shit. I can't answer that. Yeah, you're a freaking ped, pedo, registered, RSO, lifetime. Good luck trying to get yourself off by thinking you're being harassed, but when you're being put on blast because you're trying to get close to children again. With your little kitty cat accounts, oh, they're RSO, piece of shit, Rex Fredrickson in Fort Collins, Colorado. Gotta live close. For some reason, gotta live close to the downtown campus of Fort Collins there, the college, right? Oh, so he can use the bus stop, right? Wow. Vic, Rodney Bowman, another great catch. Helped bust open from the inside. He likes them young waitresses, don't ya? And then young boys, and then animals. CP Ed liked to groom his audience with the sick details, the News Now Houston case. What he did to his daughters. David Earl Warren. What are these shitbags doing around? The second integrity test you can do, like I did to Fellowmon, is you ask them, what is your biggest life accomplishment? And when they say, I think he said, let me get this right. It's been a while. Maybe I should re-release the Fellowmon, the first Fellowmon panel, where I ask him, Fellowmon, what's your biggest life accomplishment? He thinks about for a second. He goes, destroying cocks. Okay, you're part of the gay parade. You love that gay parade with FCC and Vic and tacos, right? Tacos even around in her sock accounts. Oh, I'm going to believe Vic no matter what. Well, interesting enough, get your recorders ready for this one. Let's go to this right here. Only Tacos likes to come up with this type of story for others to spew so she can be a yes person in her sock account from the chat.
I mean, Vic, in your mind, Gomez made you so mad that you decided you were going to go out in front of everyone and lie and make up a whole gay fantasy about it?
I didn't make a lie. I mean,
nobody believes.
I didn't make a lie. I think minor attracted person, Rodney Bowman. Yeah, of course she does, Lisa, which is interesting that coming up here in this clip, the way he has to spew the same shit she does about this antenna attack. I know who the shitbags are in each little area and commie pocket. And the way they have to spew a narrative from which Discord they visit to which information or different narrative they're getting to try to blast Mr. Cox. That's why I did what I did long time ago, all the time. Even back in 2017, 2016, I've been very purposeful in every move that I make on the internet, including to smoke out shitbags like Anton Westenberg that's got to report me, lie to the police, apparently, right? Like a poor dirt farmer move. Wow, same move there. For, he said, pointing a AK-47 at the camera and threatening him and his family. Well, in fact, there was no pointing any weapon at a camera. It was an airsoft gun where I showed a little part, an identifiable part of a replica of an AK-47 to see if that little piece of shit, what he would do. And it's easy to smoke out little shitbags that seem like they're contracted to not lie about people, right? Let me see if I can go back through this. Well, let's just listen to this.
Happen. I mean, you know,
he hurt you, huh? Did I hurt you,
you know,
Vicky?
I know personal things like, you know, he got in a fight with the fucking radio tower and it zapped his nuts, okay? And it made him stir.
Tacos, just, oh, wait a minute.
And he can't even get it up. It fucked his nerves up.
You know, that's kind of the same thing these witches like to do is spell cast that my dick won't work. That's what Tacos likes to spread around. She one time says she did a spell on me that my dick wouldn't work. It'd break. Didn't work there, shill bag, snitch, narc, piece of shit, Colleen Kokar. Another I wonder if she's into animals like Vic. I wonder if she's a minor attracted person like Vic, since they like to panel up and talk in the background together. Let's listen to this in full a couple times.
Okay. To fuck
that
his
I
nerves
believe,
up.
but I don't think you guys had sex. I think you guys.
I know the doctor. I know the doctor he goes to.
That doctor's very well prepared for Vic the Map. She's actually a black belt and probably jack his ass up if I wouldn't get to him first. I would know as soon as he crosses the state line. Just saying. And I'll see him either off the bus and give him a bitch slap and probably beat him up. Well, no, maybe the stop before, maybe in Albuquerque or Phoenix there. Vic. I would bitch slap you like the limp rich little bitch suicide LARPer map that you are. Because I'm not soft in any way, shape, or form. That might be a reason why I have kind of a hard time staying around with women, because all of a sudden I'm just too hard. Just saying. But anyways, I got a date with a hottie tonight. Woman, by the way, for any of you little suicide LARPers and gay straight man shaming ritualistic pieces of shit. Have fun in your gay parade, ladies.
Hey, I respect
I know. I can drive you there now if I wanted to. I mean, but this is the thing.
In the scene we're in,
this is the thing. He's got nerve problem.
This is good.
FCC just loves it. This is good. He feels like he's destroying people when he's sitting there crying. Oh, Mitch told me to go off my shelf. He crying. Brr. Wait till I do some shower streams on FCC. This little piece of shit is paneled up with Vic, lying, even lying about, guess who? The Gen A passing away LARP. And don't make me break out an old phone and let's go through some Gen A text messages. Wouldn't that be fun? Don't make me go up to Cappy's Bridge and break out some cameras and walk through that scene. I wonder how Sugar Shine was so convinced and knew that I was breaking up their LARPs. I wonder if that was some inside intel. I don't mind wasting these little shill bags, energy, and unlimited funding to fuck with people. I will fuck with you back, and I will get up close and personal and even do a, use a shit bag like Vic to go do a LARP video down in Buckeye to smoke out a bunch of shit. I don't mind traveling. I just haven't wanted to for a while.
Vic, in your mind, Gomez made you so mad that you decided you were going to go out in front of everyone and lie and make up a whole gay fantasy about it?
I didn't make a lie. I mean,
nobody believes.
What happened happened. I mean, you know, he. Listen, you know, I know personal things like, you know, he got in a fight with a fucking radio tower and it zapped his nuts, okay? And it made him sterile, and he can't even get it up. It fucked his nerves up, okay?
I like stopping on that point because Vic's the one that probably can't get it up and projecting and trying to, once again, groom the audience like CP Edward L. Stairs used to. With that News Now Houston case that he read out in full. Detail by detail, I don't even want to repeat what that sicko, David Earl Warden, did to his daughters. and it was fucked up. And you guys know that I'll go into some detail. I'm not going to go into that detail I already have. But this sick shit to have to lie with their gay parade and straight man ritual shaming. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do because I have so many options. Because all I have to do is tell the truth with some comedy to it. They have to lie, try to destroy people, and have that Brandon weirdo up in their crew, interesting enough. Have Brandon around and Missy giving him W's in videos when he's paneled up with Predward. Huh. Isn't that just amazing?
Okay, that agrees, but I don't think you guys had sex. I think you guys.
I know the doctor. I know the doctor he goes to.
Hey, I respect it.
I know. I can.
Through contractual work. Through work. Why are you wanting to harass a doctor that you worked for? That'd be the dumbest fucking thing you can do. And he can take people there. Right here.
I can drive you there now if I wanted to.
He can drive people to that doctor's office right now. Shit, dude. That small woman of a doctor could jack all you motherfuckers up. Bring a carload. Bring constipation. She'll have you on the ground real quick and crying. Right? That's a warning, by the way. You might want to just not talk about shit like that. Especially when you're a known minor attracted person and there is a young daughter there. Is that why you want to go back there, Vic? Maybe he's like Terry, the stripper in Chilliwack, too, that wants to film children being taken out of the home or going back and forth from the home because maybe they might be already for sale. That's what's been said by other detectives and investigators.
I mean, but this is the thing.
In the scene we're in,
this is the thing. He's got nerve problem.
This is good. So
that is good, huh, FCC? All of that lying from your panel, that's good. But then he's challenging people to come up and have a debate with him where I went up there and got one sentence out. Hey, you're platforming a map, kick. Actually, I think I got out, hey, FCC, you're platforming Rodney Bowman, the minor attracted person, kicked. Oh, so he can lie about me, but I can't tell the truth. Interesting. Oh, I just love, you know what? Tams thinks she likes her character. You don't have the balls to reel them all the way in. None of you had the balls to reel in the rodent all the way in. And gaff that piece of shit looking platypus half fish. Uh-huh. Y'all ran. But hey, you're not the ones that are trained, but acting like it. Oh, this is some good stuff. Oh, this is just some good stuff. My comedy show depends on idiot shill bags like Choline Coke Art, tacos, Colts, and cats. One of my first catches, by the way, with just putting out the bait. It's the sympathy LARP. If you didn't know. Same thing with Kathleen Riley in Pahrump, Nevada. The last one to see, what was her name again? another veteran alive that sucked her in. Not so crazy lady. Also the one that backs slow vids, cry vids, COVIDs, that had RSO Dave Tottashini making a video for her, maybe more, besides one, for Betty, on Betty Washam. Wow, all these fucking weirdos like Fellowmon in the background backing up the main supporter of RSO piece of shit rodent in Fort Collins. Well, and that's why I think that if they're state actors, Lisa, they found the right idiots to put them up in there, then put up an RSO or a CP Ed or a piece of shit rodent up in the middle to all of a sudden, or a Brandon, to out themselves, to keep on dividing down, to conquer, to get people put in smaller pockets, these commie pockets. Well, I got what you're saying. That are more easily manageable. Incredible. I'm gonna mute for a second. That my Bluetooth times out too quick, turns off. So it's only got like 5-10 minutes before it turns off, which is good. Helps save battery. It's probably why it's lasted so long. There's one particular Bluetooth. This thing is butt old. Like it kind of even looks like dirty and grimy, like what Vic's mouth would look like if he were to smile, but he wouldn't. He put on a pretty good mask. Again, my neighbor and I, if there would have been any limp wrist action while Vic was around, we probably would have beat the shit out of him and sent him back on the bus, because it would have told me more. The thing is, okay, when you ask somebody like Vic, hey, what's the most incredible thing you've done in your life, Vic? Oh, well, I made this veneer that was a Marilyn Monroe out of a pattern. But it took you a minute to get out that oh my God, that was an incredible design that you did with that Marilyn Monroe veneer. Whatever the fuck you want to call them from there, right? Little half-assed wood paintings. Oh, well, you're pretty creative then. Did you do that like all on your own? Well, I used a pattern to get that Marilyn Monroe into the veneer that I cut with the razor blade. Oh, you might be another one that doesn't have a lot of creativity. You got to use patterns. The guy probably wouldn't be able to pick up a chainsaw and carve an animal out of his head. But the most incredible thing I've done in my life is carve. Well, shit, see, I fucked it up. All right. Let's redo that. Take 2. The most incredible thing I've done in my life is put together razor blade wood with veneer and Marilyn Monroe out of a pattern, And I tried to catch a javelina in Arizona once to fuck it. Oh. You had a fruitful life there, Rodney Bowman. Wow, incredible. Then he's got to threaten to sue after I bust him out as a minor attracted person. Where's that at, piece of shit? Because you would need to muzzle up. Tams, aren't you jelly? You can't drag them all the way in. You need 150-pound steel test on your reel. Steel balls of steel, not a power bottom like Vic in the closet, acting like he's in love with the chick that died of AIDS. missing just as many teeth as Denise Mad Cow. Then he's got to go for the voodoo. I'm going to stick you in the voodoo doll, Cox, motherfucker. You know? Rage quit. He knew I was about to come on. That's why he rage quit last night. But we're going to have fun with FCC once I figure out who he is, since he likes to lie and do straight man shaming rituals with Rodney Bowman, the minor attracted person. We're going to have some fun with some Lucas Lubes, huh, Nettie? Lucas Lube accounts. Mr. TBS. I should start. You know what? I'll go ahead and play what I got lined up for you guys. And we'll have some fun with some Lucas Lube Nettie sock accounts of TBS. Because obviously, you know, the only thing I'm getting my channel shut down for or struck for is medical misinformation. So, hey, I guess lying is okay. So let's have some fantasy and comedy fun back. Right? I mean, you guys like to have fun and lie about each other and have your gay parade with your straight man shaming rituals. Let's have a fantasy session right here and go over what you ladies like to participate in with your little witchy warlock poo-poo shit, trying to say that, well, trying to spellcast that men's dicks will break and not work anymore. Just saying there, tacos. Got a great date lined up for tonight. What do you got going there tonight there, Taco Dead, Oklahoma? I'm going to troll the internet myself, counts.
And we've got Mr. Randazza for defendant.
You might want to pay attention to this case, because it's going to come about where we're going to be able to sue snitches for defamation and slander. I really didn't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I'm not looking for a court case like Clovis is with their little boy toy on the internet, CP Ed, to sue people. Haven't been wanting to. Not looking for a courtroom. But others will, right? Y'all want to play witchy warlocks, especially with Monograph. Huh? Y'all want to play like your witchy warlock like Monograph?
And then Mr. Keziah, are you the pro CAUGHT VIC? I don't hear you.
By your court's pardon, I am the sponsoring attorney, Your Honor.
Yes, okay. Thank you. All right, Mr. Randazza, your motion.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Your Honor, as you've probably noticed looking at the file, there are hundreds of pages of exhibits here.
I'll give you a title just so you're not sitting there trying to guess. Monograph versus Rakita Law, audio of April 10th hearing, request for summary dismissal. It's a motion hearing, April 10th, 2023, case number 34-CV-23-12. Originally filed 01/11 of 2023 in the Camden-Honey County. Jennifer Fisher presiding. Let's listen to this, because we're going to listen to this for about maybe 10 minutes.
Really, to boil it down and to boil down what this motion's about, I think we first have to have perhaps an opening scene where we introduce the characters. Mr. Rakita is, I suppose if you were to sum him up, a legal comedian. He spends his Saturday nights on camera discussing legal issues always in a humorous tone, often in a tone that personally is not my cup of tea, including at least one time directly insulted my law partner. In fact, that's how I came to know him.
That's a good place to stop for a second. So that's Rakita's lawyer. Okay. And Lisa, that's you're absolutely correct. Because it was the way they used Brandon as a yes person. Now, is that a name to be able to give to the ADA that some shitbags are using to help be a yes person when they lie about someone, maybe a public figure? That's, I think, worthy of a call to the ADA. That would actually start the process of an internal investigation of them, with the DOJ having to investigate themselves. It's called an internal audit. Wouldn't that be a good way to kick off a great DOJ ADA internal audit? It might be helping give coverage to attorney generals to have shitbag little crews to go around and lie about people like CP Ed, and to read out the sick, gross details of the News Now Houston case to groom their audience. Elon buying YouTube? Yeah, maybe they can dig up my first channel. I'll put in a well, let's just say I'll call him I wasn't able to call Melania Trump. I was able to send her a message and it went through. I'll see if I can get a hold of Musk and see what he has to say about some of these medical misinformation strikes that have been happening, especially that took my first channel. I mean, repeating that actually got me banned. Just repeating medical misinformation got me a strike on my first channel. It actually took it down for mirroring a legal press conference from Green Law out of I'm just going to say Hawaii. I'm trying to figure out exactly which city. I don't think it was Honolulu or fuck, man. Why can't I say that right now? What the heck is that one city? Oh my gosh. I can't say the one city in Hawaii right now. I definitely have my blonde moments. But it's even coming out in the Dutch courts that Bill Gates is going to be going. Let's see if we get struck for this, for medical misinformation, for facts on legal releases, press releases, that Bill Gates is being brought up for charges for VAX damages, personal injury, into the Dutch world courts in the Netherlands. I wonder if Musk would be interested in that if he actually buys YT. And getting struck for talking about legal issues pertaining to personal injury from the VAX. You say JAB, I think that's what kicked it off the last time. They'll strike this later once it's done and then give me a strike, more than likely. Good thing I've got a few channels to burn through. At least we're going all over the internet backing this up, because now I can kind of talk about it without having to worry about commies reporting me to help to get the ball rolling. Even Mikey Truth 101 said, oh, what should I strike Cox with today? Should it be medical misinformation, spam, and misleading? Oh, yeah, medical misinformation works. I'll strike him, and that'll take that video down. Incredible, huh? The book burning going on, especially with the lying, but I guess if you don't talk about important issues like Bill Gates being taken into the world court on a in the Netherlands for a VAX injury case. 5 to 7, I believe, plaintiffs in that case. But I really find this Rakita Law versus Monograph case very interesting. I don't know how it's ended up. I don't know when the next hearing is or where the case is at. I haven't had time to really keep up with that part of this case. It's a very important case, actually. Just like the Mr. 303 case as the defendant with an RSO rodent in Fort Collins as the plaintiff, trying to get a restraining order against Mr. 303 for putting him on blast as being an RSO in public. Thank God that judge had a conscience, or maybe would have, if he would have swayed the other way, that judge really would have busted out their protection of pets in the state of Colorado. Right? Because they really love their pets, especially Fort Collins police. They love their pets in Fort Collins. Especially when they go to stab CPP Tommy, which is like attempted murder to me. You tried to kill him, tried to stab him. And CPP Tommy was chasing down a ped and yelling, "You fucking ped, I'm going to get you." The guy turns around with the knife out and goes to stab him. And CPP was like ducking and bobbing and weaving and shit. He chases the ped all the way to the mission, a few miles, like maybe 1.5 miles, something like that. Maybe even 2 miles. Chases him. Police are waiting at the mission. Because at the same time, CPP Tommy's on his live stream going, I bet he's heading for the mission because that's where he's registered at. Police are waiting. Tommy shows the footage. He tried to stab me. Police let him go. Nothing. Not even from the catch. Nothing. Police let him go. They love their peds in Colorado for some reason. Hobgood case. Coming out more with that. Thank you, Shay. Thank you so much for staying diligent on your cases and getting pissed off and going out there and decoying some sick motherfuckers for them to plead guilty. Thank you. Others that have, like cop watchers, that have put their ass on the line to go out there to smoke out the dirty cop. We've been doing this before there were cop watcher communities and before there were pred catcher communities. Little shit bags out there, we're gonna smoke you out. But as much as you want to LARP and lie, at least we don't have to suicide LARP to try to get on our side, get some shit done to get out of it. And that's what they're doing. They're doing anything and lying about anything to get out of it. Rodney Bowman, I'm going to start traveling again. I'm going to put you on fucking blast. You like to walk in the footsteps of locksmith, do you? Huh? And you know, I'll roll up with the camera crew. Get you walking out to go down to the corner store to get some lube so you can plug yourself in the ass, you power bottom bitch. I will fucking slap you with the back of my hand like the limp wrist you are and deserve to be slapped. It's like Scotty Cuckarati. That's all it's going to take to knock him out. The back of a hand. A bitch slap. But that's what them faggots like. They want to be slapped. Well, my back of my hand's going to fucking knock you out. Then all of a sudden, there might be outlines traced on the fucking cement of your body. That's not a threat. It's not even a promise. That's comedy. Something that I wouldn't want to do. You guys want a suicide LARP to try to get yourself out of shit? because you've been caught with CP Ed, with Brandon, Clovis, huh? Clovis, you would let CP Ed watch your kids, right? Scotty ain't going to talk about that shit. I'm a very peaceful man, and I don't want to hurt anyone. Not even really with my words. But I will tell the truth on some motherfuckers.
However, this is just par for the course. It's as if he's the triumph, the insult comic dog of the legal profession. Now, on the other side, we have Mr. Quest, and I say that with quotes. I am not stipulating that that's actually his name. He has had at least claimed name changes, but let's refer to the plaintiff as Mr. Quest. Mr. Quest has sought and frankly achieved fame since at least, I would say, the early 2000s. I sincerely hope the court is not familiar with the original video, 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I would like to summarize it by saying, despite a career where I have had to watch pornographic movies as part of my First Amendment practice, it shocks me. I've never made it past the first 7 seconds of it without having an adverse reaction in my stomach, and I'm not being hyperbolic. However, Mr. Quest stormed onto the scene then. When that video came out, and produced his own version of it, one in which he showed himself and a child's doll consuming what was supposed to be feces and then engaging in, I would say, sexually charged acts. That certainly got him a great degree of notoriety. Over the years, he enjoyed that notoriety and built upon it. He claims to have been the originator of the theory, and I use that term loosely, that no one actually died at Sandy Hook. In fact, he's expressed some umbrage that such theories have been credited to other people. He's got at least 71,000 YouTube followers as of today. He has used that fame and used that platform in ways that, frankly, I find disturbing, threatening Dr. Fauci, for example, whether you agree or disagree with Dr. Fauci's positions or how he executed his duties, actually threatening him, I think, is beyond the pale. And he has also used that platform in order to attack people who he thinks are his perceived enemies, including Mr. Rekieta. I think since at least 2019, these two gentlemen have been in conflict. And since then, he has attacked Rekieta, I'd say calling him, I think just some of the examples I have here on my outline, but a non-exhaustive list, referring to Mr. Rekieta frequently as a quote-unquote retard, con man, fraud. And the two of them have certainly gotten into it, so to speak. But there is no doubt here, through all of these pages of exhibits that we show, going back decades, that Mr. Quest is indeed a public figure. Now, my friend, Mr. Schneider, has objected to many of these exhibits as improper, but we are not submitting these for the truth of the matters asserted. Simply that this public controversy has gone on and on and on for more than a decade. One of the other hallmarks of Mr. Quest's online presence is a strange claim that he is a member of the intelligence community, meaning CIA, FBI, and that he will dox, meaning reveal personal information about anybody who he perceives to be one of his online enemies. So having shown that he is a public figure and he has willfully courted that public figure status, we then have to set up two rules of law that we should examine. One being just whether he can seek liability, he can seek, what standard by which he must prove a defamation claim. since he's a public figure, he's going to have to show by clear and convincing evidence that indeed Mr. Rekieta stated these things about him, knowing that they were false or with a reckless disregard for the truth. Now, something is not false if it is an opinion, or frankly, if it is a joke, especially if it is labeled as such. Now, I can forgive, again, my friend Mr. Schneider for perhaps not watching the entire video of Mr.
Vic trying to peddle that he's had sexual relations with people that aren't true and trying to peddle it as truth. Listen up.
Rekieta insulting his client. Like I said, perhaps it is tedious to do so, but we do show in our papers that almost every statement that he said, he is qualified as, I'm joking here, except for one, and begging the court's pardon, but there's going to be some risque content in here, where he claims that Mr. Quest, quote unquote, fucked a watermelon, end quote. I have reviewed the video in question, and I have reviewed dialogue by Mr. Quest talking about it, and I can absolutely say with authority, there is a false statement of fact in that. The melon was not a watermelon, but it appears to be a honeydew. I mean, this is the kind of thing that Mr. Quest is suing for defamation over. If we look at each and every statement to the extent that we can divine them from the amended complaint.
Now, after this case, are judges going to be able to see, and I think they are picking up on that type of a trap, right? Get your own little shitbags out there saying that you had relations either with a javelina or a watermelon, when in fact it was a honeydew, right? Or it didn't happen at all.
We can find that they are either statements of hyperbole, statements of opinion, or they are backed up by evidence that is in the record that shows them to be true. Which brings us to the next point, and frankly, I think an important one, and that is choice of law. As Your Honor noted, we have invoked Colorado's anti-SLAPP law because that is the state of residence of the plaintiff.
Here's where you pay attention.
Now, the plaintiff alleged this in his complaint, and prior to ever filing an anti-SLAPP motion, I always ask the plaintiff if they'd like to amend their complaint, because I do not wish for perhaps somebody to have written something hastily, trying to get in under a statute of limitations, not having had time to think about it, to be stuck with the complaint that they start with. At no point did I ever suspect that one of the things he had to clean up was state of residence. But in the amended complaint, yet again, Mr. Quest claims to be a resident of Colorado. As such, we invoked the Colorado anti-SLAPP law because the most significant relationship to a defamation plaintiff's claim is where is his reputation centered, which is almost always where he lives. This is a rule of law that is not just some obscure thing. This goes right back to the jurisdictional case of Calder versus Jones before the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court saw that since the plaintiff's residence and reputation were centered in California, that California was both the proper jurisdiction and the proper place for the law to be imported from. Same here. Now, Mr. Quest does claim that he is on some kind of sabbatical in Illinois, claiming only after he realized that Colorado had an anti-SLAPP law that did apply, inconsistently with both of his versions of his complaint, that that's where he really is. However, he has shown in his sworn affidavit, he hasn't changed his voter registration, hasn't changed his vehicle registration, and can still be served with process there. And in fact, my friend Mr. Schneider himself averred that he wasn't even aware that Mr. Quest was allegedly in hiding in Illinois. Accordingly, I cannot see how Illinois law would apply, but this court should apply Colorado law. Applying Colorado law only creates one great distinction between Minnesota law and Colorado law. There is only one great distinction that you need to be concerned with, Judge, and that is the fact that Colorado's anti-SLAPP law does apply. Now, there is some question here, and I think a very interesting legal question that Mr. Schneider raised, and that is whether or not the Minnesota Constitution would tolerate the application of the Colorado anti-SLAPP law. And I think it would. The Minnesota Supreme Court did invalidate your anti-SLAPP law to the extent that it was a version of the law similar to the one that Washington State had that supplanted the role of the jury in weighing evidence. It required clear and convincing evidence in order to move past the motion. And that has been held both by Minnesota and Washington to be a violation of a Seventh Amendment right to a jury. Nevada's also had this defect, which we cured in 2015. So here you do.
So they are catching on. It's just the grift has to get more elaborate to try to keep the grift legal. But with precedent being shifted around from state to state, depending on the complainant state residents, but moving around on purpose, going into hiding, yeah, there's something there. And then all of a sudden, Rakita gets, raided and shit like that. He's got drugs, kids. But to me, that looks like they were just keeping him so damn pressed that he just had to party his way out of it, because it's, having a bunch of witches and warlocks lying about you isn't exactly fun. Some people, not knowing what they're up against, have, LARPed suicide. Let's say that. Vic has to LARP like he was going to commit suicide because he's going to dox everybody and then off himself. Telling me that on the phone and hanging up. That type of shit, and then lying about people, I think is a little more severe than this.
Not have that issue. What you really need to show here is that there is enough to get over a directed verdict. You don't need to weigh the evidence. There's no competing evidence here. The only competing evidence we have is, perhaps the complaint and Mr. Quest's affidavit, which claims that he doesn't live there, but that he does live there. This is not the kind of thing that gets you past an anti-SLAPP motion. Now, the one final thing that I think Mr. Schneider has raised.
Interesting. That is an interesting type of way to wiggle around the legal system for somebody like Monograph. Vic, Denise Mad Tao, but she's not moving around. She just has nothing to sue for. That's why I believe Rakita was more of a target to start talking shit about Monograph after he wanted the smoke. I don't think Rakita just says, hey, I'm going to start targeting Monograph today. I think that Rakita figured out who was targeting him. In my opinion, we just got to see how the court all works out, especially with Rakita's most recent charges. They needed those types of charges to try to discredit further testimony from Rakita to validate Monograph's complaint that he's a retard and a fraud or a scammer. I don't know. I think Rakita would be able to prove his side through his wins in court and his degree. Now, are they both part of the intelligence community and LARPing and playing together to try to set precedent and law for the internet? Possibly, because you got the same thing with the Muffin Man and Mr. Hoffman taking each other. Well, Hoffman wanting charges against or a civil suit against the Muffin Man, Mr. Schoenberger. In Florida, And then what's interesting, and that was actually an anti-Semitism case that was originated through Florida by Mr. Hoffman, that wouldn't really go anywhere on the defendant's side because there wasn't really any way to, what was it, occur expenses, to gather the expenses to really make them pay. No, they needed a case like that in Florida to then set some anti-Semitism laws in Florida. That's fact. So is this one big, huge fucking grift because it is an ARG? Look at the posted comment right there. It is an ARG, and they do fill these motherfuckers, these communities with sick motherfuckers like Predward, Vic, Brandon, all of them, dude. Spamgula G's there to have to help back it up. Witches, tacos, there to help back up the story and be yes people and help plan LARPs to run a straight man shaming ritual. Angela was loving it last night when Vic was lying. She was loving it. Huh, Angela? You like it when people lie, but you don't like the truth. Huh.
That we should address is that we can't kind of thing that gets you past an anti-slap motion. Now, the one final thing that I think Mr. Schneider has raised that we should address is that we can't possibly grant this without discovery. However, that's not how anti-slap works, and frankly, it's not even how summary judgment works. There is a procedure in Minnesota which is familiar to me, even as a non-Minnesota attorney, because it's identical to Rule 56D of the Rules of Federal Civil Procedure, 56.04. And what that requires is if you file a slap suit, or frankly, you file any kind of a suit, you face summary judgment, and you wish to avoid summary judgment, you cannot simply recite the words, "I wish to take discovery." You must provide an affidavit laying out exactly what it is you don't have and what it is that you need in order to prove that. Now, there is only one thing in the opposition that they raise, and that is Mr. Quest's medical records, which I don't see how taking my client's deposition, or frankly any discovery from my client, would achieve that goal when that should be in the hands of the plaintiff. So, Your Honor, in short, if prior to any questions you may have for me or prior to my friend's presentation, I don't mean to say this irreverently, but this case is a joke. And what I mean is, it's two guys who talk smack on the internet, and one of them has decided to create a lawsuit, as he has in the past, which we show in the exhibits, because I feel like he...
Interesting enough, isn't that a threat of Vic to come sue me after busting him out for being a minor attracted person? I think a lot weighs actually on this case and the outcome of it, even though it might take a couple of years or a year or so to help kick in the results. Either way, there's going to be law made from this. And I don't think any of it's going to be good. Just saying.
He may feel like Mr. Rekieta has something to gain from Mr. Rekieta, or he simply feels like Mr. Rekieta may have got the best of him. But I think if you look at somebody who has stepped into the ring here, he stepped into the ring voluntarily, stepped into the ring of fame, stepped into the ring of verbal combat with Mr. Rekieta. And, I'm very sorry if he doesn't like how he's been characterized, but he has not been characterized in any way that's tortious. And just as a final housekeeping matter, I would like to proffer all of the exhibits that we have attached for the court's consideration, submitted through Mindy's. Thank you very much, Your Honor, and I'd like to either be ready for questions from you or pass the talking stick to my friend, Mr. Schneider.
Pretty good opener right there. Pretty interesting. I think what I'm going to do real quick, I'm just going to go to the end of this, the last few minutes, because he talks more about, let's say, the interstate part of the case.
A case like this, and the choice to declare documents as evidence at any level, I use in my practice on cases where we are well into discovery, especially on matters where there will be no dispute as to how the person collecting the evidence is collecting it. It's never a matter of controversy. In this case, Your Honor, you're going to see videos that are attributed to one individual that through the development of facts through discovery will find really wasn't created by that individual. You're going to hear and see comments that say one thing on its face, and then upon viewing it, something quite different is said. Right now, I think the only record we have is what I've submitted because I use affidavits. And for that reason, and that reason alone, I believe the court would be correct in simply denying summary judgment on all counts and the request for dismissal and to use and impose Colorado law, and then order us through discovery. There's no harm in discovery. In fact, the defendants may frankly find other reasons to move for summary judgment, or may not find reasons to move for summary judgment. But through discovery, at least the court will have a record upon which to rule. That's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Well, I actually wanted some more in there about the state precedent. And, well, I got more important things to do, especially call her Cutie. She's been waiting for me to call her all morning. Just got the text. What have you done in your life? It's been worth a shit that you can even say proudly that you've done. Either make a difference. Don't forget to ask them what they do to help catch pets. Watch the look on their face.
Bowman. 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 I mean, Bowman. 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 Bowman.
FCC just had to book burn that stream, you little puss bag. Means they gotta watch. They don't like the truth. They gotta lie, 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 lie. And book burn. Make sure you book burn it, FCC. Book burning little bitch.
So Gomez,
book burn, and DDoS, and fucking got you, little pricks. Amazing. Make sure you drop devices out all of a sudden so shit don't work. Amazing. Well, FCC just book burnt that stream. I was going to play more of it for you guys. Good thing his friend Missy got some there. Let's go ahead and play that Missy video real quick before I got to get out of here. Get to call it cutie pie. Yeah. I used to date this girl like 10 years ago. And another girl had to try to screw it up because she would jelly. Well, current cutie pie figured it out. And we started talking again. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Dang. Missy, where's your video of gay shaming? Right here. Yeah, the gay shaming ritual.
Well, the thing is, you know, I'm openly gay, so it doesn't matter with me.
You fucking are, dude. But he had to hide that around me. Why couldn't he just be open in front and go, hey, you know, Cox, I'm gay, you know, just to let you know when I come out, you're probably straight, right? Could not. Had to hide it so well that all of my friends were like, hey, this Vic guy's all right. He's a good guy, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, if we would have suspected, we probably would have beat the shit out of him. Honestly. Send him right back on the bus where he came from. He would have been all fucked up in the eyes. Oh, where could that Brandon W? Where's that Brandon W video at? There's one cucking to Mr. Brandon on Missy's channel. Brandon takes no prisoners. Rip Ryan. Oh yeah, use the autistic kid that's well now an outed sicko. Use him as a weapon to attack people. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, there it is. Another Brandon W 4 months ago on the Missy channel with CP Ed. Oh, wow.
Who do you think would be crazier in the bedroom? Jilly Fisher or Daisy Doom?
Who would be crazier in the bedroom? Wow. That's some sick shit.
Who do you think would be crazier in the bedroom? Jilly Fisher or Daisy Doom?
Jilly.
Not.
Wow, Predward. Does Jilly remind you of your wife that you like, that you raped and beat? Is that what you'd like to do to Jilly? Wow, you groomers are such pieces of shit. That was CP Ed saying he'd much rather get with Jilly. Yeah, knowing what we know more now, I mean, even then, 4 months ago, knowing what we knew then, Missy, and platforming and giving W's to the CP Ed and now Sicko Brandon on your channel, amazing.
No comment.
Damn, man, that was quick.
Oh,
Yeah, that was kind of quick. Wait.
Yeah, could you imagine what Predward, just like Vic, they will stick their dick into anything. And in rape, that's probably why he He liked the javelina. He would have to get rough with it.
What's up, man?
I don't know. I had salacious conversations with both of them, and it would be hard to say.
Wow.
I think Daisy Doom has
And they're having this conversation with Brandon on the panel. The recently outed sicko.
more experience, I think.
Probably. Yeah,
I mean,
that
he's a-
answer was quick, bro. He's like, oh, Daisy for sure, man.
I said Lily, not Daisy.
Yeah.
I mean, I said Lily, right? No, I said
No,
Jill.
he said Jilly. How do you figure? Never mind. Never mind.
Lily, I never had. I had conversations with Lily. I thought she'd-
Yeah. Lily or Jilly?
Bow to your sensei.
Oh, was that Brando saying bleh? Oh, another little gay boy like Vic. No wonder all you fucking
Hey guys, welcome
weirdos
back to
hang
Cross
out.
Timbers Bison.
Oh, there's you some bison there, Vic. There's you an animal to chase. Yeah, Shay, make sure you go back to the beginning. Catch the beginning. Good thing we got one little clip from FCC before he had to book burn his stream like a limp-wristed little bitch. Amazing. You guys want to talk about animals and rape in front of the autistic, retarded, sicko Brandon that just got busted out 4 months ago, even after. I mean, let's hear that one more time in full.
Who do you think would be crazier in the bedroom, Jilly Fisher or Daisy Doom?
Jilly.
No, I don't. No comment.
Damn, man, that was quick.
Oh,
Yeah, that was kind of quick. Wait.
Because
what's up, man?
I don't know.
See, because Ed's come out of the closet like Vic, but they'll still rape or stick their dick into anything. That's not opinion.
I had salacious conversations with both of them, and it would be hard to say. I think Daisy Doom has more experience, I think.
Probably. Yeah, that answer was quick, bro. He's like, oh, Daisy for sure.
I said Lily, not Daisy.
Oh, he said
I
Lily.
mean, I said Lily, right? No, I said
No,
Jilly.
he said Jilly. How do you figure? Never.
Lily, I never had. I had conversations with Lily. I thought she'd-
Yeah. Lily or Jilly?
Bow to your sensei.
Hey Ryan.
Go on.
Hey, can I tell you something nice?
What do you say?
Can you just please get off the internet for a while and focus on your life?
Do you know anything about my life?
I mean,
Brandon, who's putting Brandon up to paneling up with Nunya, right, to out himself as a sicko? Who's putting Brandon up to doing some things? Brandon could be such a weak link that he would be the perfect candidate to start the internal audit on the ADA and the DOJ. Especially when Musk. If Musk buys YouTube, oh man.
come on, Ryan. I seen you do stupid things on your lives, and
Y'all have like an obsession over me and my life. You don't even know anything about anything.
It seems like you say stupid shit on your lives. On your life.
Oh, lives.
Yeah, not life. It's just, please find a good hobby, Ryan. That's why I'm asking, please.
I guess like Legos is better. Or
yeah, I can send you some Legos. You want to sell for $400? Shut up, Nanya. I don't need your stupid input. Anyway.
I mean, honestly, it's not even I mean, I'm not even gonna bring anything up with you. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I care about you, Ryan. think it would be really to engage. Just find a good hobby besides the internet. Yeah, just trying to figure out what the obsession is. It's not an exception. How is it an exception when I'm telling you? No obsession. I'm just seeing my name a lot. I'm like, what's going on? Well, Brian, it's out there in the internet. That's why you need to get off the internet for a little bit. You know? I think I'll do what I want. All that. Well, you can't do what you want. You're gonna have consequences. Oh, like what? What do you mean? If you like break the law, you have to, you know. So going on the internet is breaking the law. Never mind, Ryan. Never mind. You said you can do whatever you want. So, yeah. If you do whatever you want, you're gonna break the law. Yeah, guess I'm gonna break the law then. Yeah. Like going on lives. Oh, shut up, Nanya. I didn't get exposed by APP. Wait, Nanya, how are I exposed by APP? Tell me. Well, you're making like really weird jokes, I think, in chat. That wasn't a joke. Well, I mean, it's not a joke. I guess it's worse than. Your life is a joke, right? I'm done. Bye. Bye.
Well, since nobody else is coming up on this shit show, I have no choice. You're in charge. I'll be back.
You guys think you're clever, huh? Dropping devices out. Oh. You guys getting the help from Spamton. He's all pissed off because I lumped him in with Vic. I mean, you guys like to LARP like that together and talk lies on people. Huh, Spamton? Incredible. The desperate measures of desperate men. Trying to be men. They're just still little boys trying to hump each other in the locker room.
33 seconds of this tape have been excised for reasons of national security.
The 14th of October, the Kennedy administration put into effect this black program to try to get rid of Castro. And they told the military people to prepare for the invasion of Cuba.
Appall and eliminate this clandestine, reckless, and provocative threat to world peace.
Excision 1, 24 seconds excised.
He cannot believe that he has diluted himself into supposing that though we have power, we lack nerve. That though we have weapons, we are without the will to use them.
Después supimos que era cierto, que en una revolución se triunfa
todo se mueve si es verdadera. Si es verdadera.
Wait, so you are actually gay?
Yeah.
So Vic, you're a faggot.
Well, not a faggot. I'm a gay man.
You're a faggot, Mitch. Vic is a gay man.
Vic, you prefer the company of
Yeah.
Why does it matter, man?
Why does it matter?
You're a man. You desire women.
No, I can go both ways.
No, you said gay. You prefer men over women.
Well, it depends on the time of the day, actually.
Okay. Vic, so you're gay.
I mean, I can switch. What you have somebody in mind?
Vic, you're gay. That means you're a gay dog. You know what to do with that.
But see, this is the thing. I'm a straight acting gay man.
Mitch, are you a top or bottom? So we can get some.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Obviously,
Okay.
obviously,
All right.
Vic,
Fair enough.
obviously, Vic.
Are you the butch?
Vic, FCC is saying he's gay.
Hold on. Let Vic talk, man. He's
Vic,
trying to
Vic, do
educate
you
you.
believe?
Yeah, let Vic
Do you
talk.
believe FCC when he says he's gay?
Let Vic talk, right?
No, I'm serious.
Okay, what I'm trying to get to here is that there's two gay guys.
No, well, are you gay?
You two are both gay and I'm hetero.
No, I'm gay. But I like women too sometimes.
Okay.
Because look, man, when you turn a light off and you stick it in the hole, you don't know if it's front hole or back hole. The only thing I know is warm, and I just hear sound, and I'm
Right, and
you know.
struggle like crud work.
just enjoying myself. And see, this is the thing. Usually, when my partners can get.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
The person who is reporting it, I don't know if they got it all or not. I don't care.
ain't heard enough. No, here's what you Christ, I don't know a fucking thing about you. Well, yeah, I do, but what I know is enough. What I know about you is enough. Leave me out of boring activities. Okay. Aaron don't want to be placed anywhere near that hot tub when he was in the hot tub anyway, whatever, years ago. Naming his videos, naked hot tub politics, was very gross. Leave me out of it. I know a lot of them do listen. Like I said, they got a stitch now. There's a few stitches running around. Oh, and oh my goodness, what a shakeup they have. But anyway, it'll be all okay. It'll just be a lark or something, you know.
Yes, I told you, goddammit.
Yes, you are, dude. I'm fucking being forced to, and like you're acting like a dickhead.
Dude, I'm just trying to be funny with Red. You obviously revved up.
I'm not revved up, dude. This is fucking hilarious.
You're not sounding very comfortable. I think I might be laughing more than you.
That's because you're all high with your wife.
I'm not even high.
Oh, dude, I've seen you freak out over Becky. I've seen you fucking freak out.
I told you that I'm not freaking out about Becky, and I have got ways to make fun of her. I just don't want to.
Jones, go there and give fucking.
Have fun making a logical point.
Jones, go over there and give freaking a fist bump to Bowman now. You guys are fucking. Wow. This is bad, dude. This is pathetic. Well, I just brought your viewers up from 6 to 19. So. Give me some thanks. Oh my God, we're hitting 20 now.
A weird edit. Do it. Cap, I thought you were my Cap, seriously. Cap, I want to ask you a question. I thought you were my E friend. I don't want you to be a friend, the E friend. And you literally turned on me. Sheer transparency screen there was asking that question. And you turned against me. I don't understand that. And I don't want to get
Okay, guys, I just want to say hi, and yeah, we're going to do this every fucking day. I'm going to push play again in a minute, and then we're going to go through an older panel that I found, too, that's a good one. I don't think it's out either. And no, fuck you, Tommy. Cap's my friend, not yours. And definitely not yours, Jeff. Just kidding. I don't know, maybe. But I just heard Jeff say that Tiny does shorts for him. Tiny makes shorts for Jeff? No, Jeffrey. You were supposed to pay me to make shorts for you, which I made you shorts, and you never paid me, you bum bitch. Pay Frogger back too. And Tiny don't make shorts. Tiny don't do nothing, so I don't know what you're talking about. That's a lie. Anyway.
Cox over there telling me that I'm the Thomas Schoenberger and I need to get my Thomas muffin. Cox over there baiting me about Dave Axon. It's never ending.
Well, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for joining in. I got to get out of here. Peace out.